All right, if you're watching this, this is for you. Welcome, welcome. Today's video, your life resets every breath. Every time that is the beginning of new life. Think about it. When you die, you stop breathing. What is death? That is death. Is when you are no longer inhaling and exhaling. I don't know if your heart stops first or if your breath stops first or if it's the same time. Who cares? I'm not a scientist. But what I'm saying is that means that the breathing is the life force. That is the life. That is more life that you're bringing into yourself, because when you stop the ability and when you're not bringing that in anymore, that's when your life is over. So that means every time you inhale, that is the continuation, that is more life for you. And that is pretty beautiful. That is pretty profound. More than anybody wants anything, people want life. So while you're sick about not having $1 million or a Lamborghini or a mansion or super nice credit cards and whatnot, while you're salty about that, there's somebody who's dying and would just like one more breath. There's people who aren't here who wish they just had one more breath. So use that. Be endlessly grateful every time you inhale. I know that sounds far-fetched. I know that sounds unreasonable, but that is a way that you can attune and focus gratitude all day. That is the highest vibration that you can be on, and it is right there in front of your face. Every time you're inhaling, you have everything to be grateful for. Everything, because you have your life. I don't care what position you're in. I don't care if you're on your last lap, about to get your car repoed, about to be homeless, about to have to go to a shelter, no lights, no gas, no water. I don't care. As long as you are breathing in that new life, you have a chance. You have everything to be grateful for. As I've been going through this journey, like I made that video, heightening your vibration, I'm starting to realize within myself that the thoughts that are flowing are not yours. They're just going past you like cars zipping by, and you can choose which ones you want to focus on. This takes a lot of clearing your mind. So this isn't easy. If you have TikToks and social media gossip and rap beef and rap songs in your head, it's going to be hard to get all of that clear and not just be rapping along to some song that you remember, because that's what a lot of us are been programmed to do. Like we always are rapping a song in our head or thinking about some sexy woman or man in the social media world, or money or cars or clothes. If you calm all that down as best that you can kind of choose which thoughts you want to have. So instead of thinking about some cringy situation or something that made you mad, like some car cuts you off and you want to harp on, look at this guy, bad driver, people just can't drive. You can watch that and look at that and choose, like, instead of being mad about this car cutting me off, I'm going to be grateful that I didn't get into an accident, that I'm all right, and that I'm still here, and life is good. That might sound cheesy to you. That might sound far-fetched to you, but think about how doable that is and how real that is. That is right in front of you. It sounds like I'm talking about being a monk, but it is a real way that you can live. It's how I'm trying to live right now. When I have some beefs going in my mind or something to make me salty, even if it's a little thing like, oh, the toilet seat isn't as clean as I want it to be. The people don't clean out the toilet. People don't wash the dishes enough. People don't. I could think those things, but I could also watch them be like, I'm not going to let that rile me up negatively, I don't care that much. I can clean off the toilet. I can wash a couple extra dishes. It's okay. That attitude is Zen like. That is how you really feel perfection and grateful in this world. And I've been living with my mom and not working, so it probably is way harder to do this when you're in a workplace with coworkers and tasks and things to do. So if I ever get back into a situation like that, it will take a lot more focus and energy to be able to do this in the midst of like everybody else complaining and their stuff. But it's still doable. It's still possible. So that is something that I'm sharing with you all. Back to the point, you can reset your life every inhale, exhale. You have the chance to, you have the opportunity to, because you're still here, because you're still breathing, you're still going. So I'm sure you all have come across all of these meditative practices and these breathing exercises. Breathing is like the first lesson in the monk world, like from birth, from childhood. Kindergartner age children are taught about the importance of breathing and controlling your breaths. And I think this is what they're getting at is when you're having some negative, heavy thoughts, similar to when you're working hard and are exhausted, when you take big breaths like that can like make you feel a little more soothed in the midst of exhaustion. But it's also when something is bothering you, when somebody is like getting on your nerves or something, like somebody just cuts you off on traffic. I'll just keep using that example. You can kind of observe, you can see it in other people, like how you sigh, like that exhale is kind of your body trying to push out whatever negative energy is trying to come into you. And you can use that to your advantage. You can be aware of it. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of your heavy sighs and your heavy breaths. Because when something is exhausting you, like you're going up the stairs, when you get to the top of the stairs, you're going to be like, whew. And that is almost, even though you might be exhausted, it's almost a feel good, like a whew, that's done. When something is getting in your way, getting on your line, you can just as easily, just as well be like, I don't care that much about whatever. The toilet seat being clean, I'm just using that example. Toilet seats in my house. I live with women, so that's not really a problem. But I'm just using that to say, like, for example, when somebody annoys you or something is annoying you, you can just be like, it's okay. Like, and that is valuable because every time you breathe, you have the chance to do that. And wherever you are in life, whatever small thing or large thing is in your way, you have the opportunity to treat it the same way. So if you're at the bottom of the barrel, if you've been losing for the last 10 years and you are so far behind in everything that you wanted to achieve, like you wanted to go to college and now you're 35, or you wanted to start a business, but now you're broke and don't have good credit. You wanted to pay off your house, but now you're behind on payments, whatever it is, however far behind, just start with an exhale. Like, I haven't been to the gym. Now I'm 200 pounds and fat as F and can't walk around the track one time without getting tired. But I'm going to go walk around the track half a time. Then I'll do one time tomorrow. Or I'll file bankruptcy. My credit's F'd. I'm shot. But I can start the bankruptcy process. Or this job sucks. I've been hating it for a while, but I can't quit. I got too many bills. I can ask for a raise. I can fill out my resume today. I can put my phone down and stop scrolling so much and start focusing more today. Right there, no matter where you are. I heard Myron Golden say this. He's a pretty influential guy. My mom listens to him. I heard him say, damn, what was it? you're failing because your things aren't mappable. I don't know if that's exactly what he was saying, but what I got from that was like the reason you probably feel so burdened and heavy with something is because it's gotten away from you so hard that you can't even map out how to get back to where you want it to be. So if you want it to be in shape, now you're eating Twinkies all the time and you're super big. You can't even visualize and map out the concept of being in shape. If you wanted to go to night classes, but that was like 6 years ago, and now you're so deep in this career and going out every weekend and traveling and vacationing that you can't even map it out. You can't even see how you could achieve those goals. So now you just constantly feel overburdened and overweight. Throw that out. There's nobody else. There's no race. There's no measurement. There's no scale. There's just you and what you can do right now. So map it out. Take that exhale. I'm so fat. I'm so out of shape, but I can at least buy a gym membership or sign up. Or I'm so deep into this debt. I'm so deep into this job, but I can at least ask the Gemini, the GPT, how can I start? What's the first thing I can do today to get out of this? Take out the big goal. Take out the part that's so big that it's unmappable and just begin with the smallest step that you can possibly take, because that's all you're here to do. That's all you have to do. There's no competition. If all of your friends went to college and are thriving and have degrees and families and homes and children, and you're living at your mom's house, that doesn't exist. You could be homeless. You could be, you know, barely hanging on, check to check, credit card debt, bills, debt. Every check is 100% out the window, and I don't have a single solitary way out of this. It doesn't matter how deep, far down you are. The fact that you exist, the fact that you have life means there is a small step you can take. I don't care if it takes you a year of just a baby step every day. Like, I asked ChatGPT, how can I get out of this dismal situation? The next day, I did 1% of that. The next day, I did another 1% of that. The next day, I did another 1% of that. That is forward motion. That is loving yourself. That is taking care of yourself. That if you do 1% every day, that's like 1,000,000,000% by the end of the year. You know how compounding works. So 1% today, your goal is going to be farther along. So the 1% tomorrow is actually more like 2% yesterday. And then the 1% the next day is actually like 2.5% or whatever. If you can consistently make small strides, your 1% in 3 months would be a huge stride compared to your 1% on day one. And the thing that stops you is emotional stuff, friends getting in the way, wanting you to fall back to your bad habits, parents demanding things of you, children having to take care of them. The things that get in your way will wipe out all of those 1%, and you'll be right back where you started. Like, huh? Like, how did I end up smoking and drinking again? I was trying to stop smoking and drinking. So the goal is to just be keenly and constantly aware of your 1% strides, your improvement strides, your streaks every day. If you find yourself sore because you've been working out for 3 months straight, maybe take an easy day, not a day off. You could take a day off, but take an easy day or a rest day or a light workout day. Do something different. If you find yourself mentally drained because you've been going so hard reading all of these books, maybe read a comic book. Take a light step the next week so that you stay on track, but also don't overexhaust yourself and that you fall off. Because to be real, all of us are experiencing that same up and down in different bodies. So The winner is the one who's just aware and focused and doesn't let the interruption throw him back too far. So I've been not smoking and drinking for 10 months and then fell into some relationship issues, depression. Now I'm smoking and drinking again. But I wasn't as keenly focused at the time to catch that. Like, okay, this is making me feel so bad that now I'm back smoking and drinking. And once I go down this rabbit hole, I'm going to be effed. I'm going to be right back to zero. I just fell into it, just let myself get there. And then later I'm like, dang, why was I working out so well and going to the gym and working so hard? And then I just fell in. Now I'm not anymore. Think about it. I'm sure you've all been on some good heroic streak in good effort, good streaks, good focus. And then you can't even really remember why the F did I fall back here again? So be alert and be aware. Don't be on social media getting distracted. Don't be gambling or going to the club and tricking off and spending unnecessary money and falling into pits here, falling into pits there, that you lose sight of the goal that you truly and really want to have. Maybe it's a failure that threw you off. That's the thing to me. One time when I was on my biggest workout streak, like working out, going harder than I've ever gone at any point in my life, I tried to do a really hard run and I failed and it hurt me. Like I almost wanted to cry. And I might have went back to the gym later in that week, but then I fell off that streak. So that's not even a relationship or, a heartbreaking issue. That was just a failure that like threw me off the path. So maybe, you were on a good streak of not smoking, but then your family came into town and you smoked with them, then you fell off. Or maybe you were really, really planning on getting this better job and working on your resume, practicing your interview skills, getting up early, drinking your coffee, getting ready, and then you don't get the job. And now you lose all that momentum and fall back into like, oh, damn, like that was for nothing. Whatever the thing is, remember, it's not the goal that matters. It is you that matter. The goals are external. Those don't exist. If you've been practicing really hard and interviewing really well and resumeing really well, and then you don't get that job, some job is going to come to you. The next opportunity will fall in your lap because you're already prepared. You're already attracting it. If you've been working out really well and then you fail, some marathon that you wanted to run, you're still in marathon shape. You're still super jacked and cardiovasculared up and ready and going. So, you try real hard to get the girl or the guy and they end up not wanting you. You're still super attractive, super practiced and gamed up. The next person who comes along, you're going to be ready for. Do you see what I mean? So the goal isn't the reward. The goal is you being better. So wherever you are in your life, you can reset. This breath, this moment can be the beginning of the rest of your life. So I like to harp on this. I like to go back to this. What did baby you want to do? Maybe it's too late to be the president or an astronaut, but I'm sure you could get a job in the White House if you really worked your butt off to get there, or something close adjacent to that. Maybe you could work at NASA and be helping to people who are astronauts, whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? There's something that could make you happy. Maybe you want to be a rapper or a singer and get a sign and a label deal. Okay, maybe you won't do that if you're 35, but hey, people don't like labels anymore. It's all about being independent. So maybe you just start singing on Instagram or painting on Instagram or knitting, or you start a YouTube channel or a sports podcast, or you start streaming just to yourself, just to one friend who watches you, just to one random viewer. Do you see what I'm saying? Whatever your original dream was, that is what will make you happy, and that is your purpose. So reset your life today, tomorrow, ASAP, and get to whatever it is that you were trying to do, and do not lose focus. I was not able to stop drinking and smoking instantly. I was not able to just get up and start going super hard the first day, but started waking up a little earlier. And I was waking up at 7:30, and I was waking up at 7, and I was waking up at 6:30, then I was waking up at 6. All along the way, I was proud of each tiny step that I was taking. And when you're at the bottom, any little thing is a tiny step that you'll be proud of. So if you are scrolling 2 hours a day, super addicted to social media, super addicted to corn, super addicted to drinking, smoking, whatever, just do it one day less out the week. Like, man, I was drinking every day, but now I only drink 6 days. Wow, maybe I could try 5 days. Wow, maybe I could try 4 days. Don't compare yourself to somebody who's like, I don't drink at all. I don't smoke at all. I'm back. I'm grinding. Don't compare yourself to me. Compare yourself to yourself yesterday. And once you're 2 days not drinking out the week, then 3 days will be easy for you, but also impressive for you. You know, gambling. Once you're not gambling this much money, you gamble back a little less, you cut back. And then you might fall off. Start right back the next day. There is no falling off. There's just forward motion. Every lesson you learn, every head bump along the way is contributing to your forward motion. That might just be the lessons you needed to learn to pass down to your children, or pass down to a younger friend if you don't have children. Everything you learned and are failing, it's not failure, it's meant to be. So find a way to power through, and find a way to start building those 1%, and never let up. Every time that you breathe, you're still alive, you're still in a fight. Like if you were in a boxing match in a championship fight, it's not 12 rounds, it's never ending. So if a boxer lost in the 12th round and it was close the whole fight, they would be dying and praying to get a 13th round. If it was 13 rounds and they lost in the 13th, they would be dying and praying to get a 14th round. You have infinite rounds as long as you're here. And even if you're 60 and too far gone and have failed at so much that the 1% for you seems so far gone and you're just so disappointed in yourself and so done, even starting any little thing that you can start at that point is still all you have left to do in life. And it will still make you proud, even if it's not proud or impressive to anybody else, as long as it's impressive to you. Like me right now, not working, not making much income, a little bit here and there, but I am with my son 100% FaceTime. We are bonding like I'm the best dad ever. I will challenge anybody on who's a better dad than me. And even if everybody else is like, he's broke, he's living with his mom, he's making YouTube videos, not going anywhere, whatever, I am so impressed and proud of the time I spend with my son and the effort I put into these videos and the consistency that I've been showing and going to the gym. I'm almost getting emotional talking about it. And that is all I care about. That's all I'm here to do, is make myself proud and get on my journey. So this YouTube channel is gonna pop. My son and I's relationship is gonna bloom. He's gonna be a healthy child who has a healthy relationship with his parents. His mom is awesome with him. So he's gonna be great. My YouTube channel is gonna be great. I got some business schemes in the background. Those are gonna be great. What else matters? It's not about money. It's not about what other people think. You have everything you need to do everything you're supposed to do right now. Just do it. That's the video. Very proud of that one. I wasn't even sure where that was going to go, but that one was super good, super deep. Day in a life, 26 now, 27 videos in. Remember I said when I get to 100, I'll be rich. So we are slowly turning our way there. I don't know if it's going to be from the YouTube, but I'll be rich at 100 videos. Don't you doubt it. Like, that's for certain. That's just a fact. All of that effort is going to come back to me in some way. One thing I want to point out, something significant that I've been noticing. My excellence is annoying the F out of people around me. There's not many people around me, so I'm not saying much, but they're like, he got up again. He's going to the gym even earlier. He's up at 5:30. He's reading another book. That is unsettling to the people who are used to you not being great, who are used to you being average. And it's only natural that, if I'm doing things like this, when you're around me, I kind of expect better. So I don't talk about people anymore. I don't talk negatively about people. So if somebody comes to me telling me a story that's negative about somebody, I will literally shut them up. Why would you tell me that? Didn't want to hear that. And to be real, you shouldn't be gossiping about people. That's objectively true. So it might annoy you when I say, don't want to hear that. That's annoying. Or if I'm like going to the gym again and somebody's telling me about their eating and I'm like, you could be going to the gym too. That's annoying. That's like, now I'm bitter with you because you're telling me I should go to the gym. You should. Don't care. So, I'm in good shape. People seeing me who are out of shape are like, now I got to go to the gym because it's annoying when you are being excellent. Be prepared for that. 2 lessons here. First one, F them. Who cares? All that matters is you. So maybe the lesson for me is don't try to correct people. Don't try to stop them from doing stuff that they're doing. My mom watches the news. I hate the news. So I'd be like, hey, turn off the news. It's not helping you. I don't want to hear Donald Trump talking in the morning when I wake up because you got the news on. Hearing Donald Trump at 6:30 in the morning, 7 in the morning, it's not helping anybody. No offense, Donald Trump. So when I say turn off the news, it's kind of annoying. But objectively, it's like, hey, it's not helping you. But maybe there's a lesson for me there. I don't need to annoy people. I can put in some headphones and tune it out. Maybe I shouldn't be trying to push people to go to the gym and be better. That's one part. But at the same time, they don't exist. It's just you, just me. So if I'm going to the gym, if I'm not listening to the news, if I'm reading my 10th book this month, that's for me. It's not for them. Second thing, use it. We're in the matrix. Negative energy thrives more than positive energy in this world. Well, I won't say that, but it takes more energy to be proud of and impressed by somebody than it does to be annoyed with somebody. So the people who are finding themselves annoyed with me, finding themselves irritated by me, you're giving me energy. I'm going to use that and go be even greater tomorrow. I'm going to go even harder tomorrow thinking about how much I annoyed you. But be prepared for that, people. If you're around a bunch of drinkers and you stop wanting to drink, they're going to be annoyed with you. If you start grinding and working on your business instead of hanging out with friends doing the same old, they're going to be annoyed with you. Use it. Be empowered by it. Only you matter. Tune them all out. Other than that, been working out, of course. Went yesterday, went today. Had a great day with my son yesterday. That's typical. Made this video today. Got some business scheming that I'm working on. Going to clear up today. And that's about it, as usual. Next video coming on Monday. Thank you all for watching. Have a great weekend. See y'all next time.